Hey guys, Yoshi here, and tomorrow we've got a brand new Apple event, which is always super exciting, probably going to get the new iPhone. Really quick before this happens though, I wanted to make a top 5 iPhone wish list, or at the very least the top 5 things that would get me to potentially upgrade to the next version. I'm still rocking the 12 Pro Max and it's pretty freaking fantastic, but here are a few of those things. Number 1 is upgrading to USB-C. For obvious reasons, it's just way better than the Lightning standard. I don't have anything against the Lightning standard, but at this point it is now 10 years old. Lightning was first introduced with the iPhone 5, and being 10 years old, we're still running on 10 years old spec, aka USB 2 speeds, which is bonkers crazy. Might not be a big deal for a lot of people who just stream content, but for me, when I sync things, especially when I do a lot of video projects, those 4K HDR video files are pretty dense, and I need something faster than USB 2 to transfer them over. Plus, the European Union just signed it into law to make all phones sold a USB-C, so Apple has to switch over to USB-C, at least in Europe, anyways, within the next year or two. So let's just do it now, please. Even if that's the only feature that comes to the new iPhone, that might be enough to get me and a lot of other people on board for the next generation of iPhone. All right, now the next 3 are all camera focused. Now I know there's always new features and new gimmicks and knickknacks that come with the iPhones every year, but we've been rocking 12 megapixels since the iPhone 6S and 6S Plus. That's like 9 iPhone generations, right? We've got the 6S family, the SE, the 7 family, 8, 10, 10S, 11, 12, and iPhone 13 families all have only 12 megapixels. Now I know megapixels aren't everything, and Apple's been doing a lot of really cool tech to get the most out of these pixels, making them bigger for better low light situations and doing focus binning and backside illumination things and little tricks like that, which all contribute to incredible photos for sure. But it's been 9 iPhone generations and we're still stuck on 12 megapixels. All the other companies are already upping that, so I think it's perfectly reasonable to up that to something more than 12, even if it's just 18 or 24 or even 48 megapixels, because why not? My drone can do 48 megapixels, but honestly, I could see 24 megapixels even, or something in the 20s would, that would be enough. The other thing is I'd really like to see more zoom, and specifically a telescope zoom if we can. I know it's coming eventually, so it's probably not gonna land this year, but in the next 5 years for sure, we're definitely gonna get just an optical telescoping zoom, which is gonna be very exciting for like astrophotography and things like that. And again, like Huawei and Samsung and like pretty much everyone else already have telescoping features, and they've had them for 3-4 years already, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's time for Apple to step up their telescoping games. I love the 3, camera trick. That's awesome. And even when it's in between lenses and it's zooming in or cropping in a little bit on the megapixels, it still looks really good. But that's another reason why having more megapixels would just make a huge difference. Because say if the megapixel sensor gets doubled to 24 megapixels, all the photos in between zooming will just look twice as sharp and twice as clear. And mwah. But having an optical zoom would be absolutely game-changing and something that I would that would just blow my little mind. And the third and final wish list, something that I'd very much like to see, is better frame rate options. Now, we've been able to do 1080p slow motion at 240 frames per second since the iPhone 8, as well as 4K 60 and forward. But again, looking at all of the other phone makers in the world right now, they are effectively outclassing Apple in this regard. Now, there's nothing wrong, 240 slow-mo at 1080p, that's pretty nice, that's pretty slow-mo. But when people like Samsung are getting 960 frames per second slow motion, that's like a 32 times slowdown when viewed at 30 frames per second. That's really impressive. And I don't see any reason why we couldn't also have that with the future of iPhone, starting tomorrow. Oh, 343, make a wish. I wish 343 would do split screen co-op in Halo. Oh wait, they just announced that they're dropping that feature. All right, this isn't a Halo video, let's move on. Also, I think it'd be perfectly reasonable to be able to shoot 4K at up to 120 frames per second, or maybe even 240. The phones are certainly powerful enough to do that. It's just Apple's intentionally limiting the software so they can save that for, future upgrades. But if any year is the year, this year is the year. Give us more frame rates, please. And the 5th and final feature or wish list would be colors. They always have a lot of good colors, especially on the regular iPhones. Usually the Pro models are more muted. Basically, I want all of the M1 iMac colors, specifically the orange. because as you can see, orange is my favorite color. Orange and white is just a great combo. Also, bring back the white bezels. I don't see why not. Like maybe on the Pro phones you can leave them black. I would love it. Have the regular iPhone 14 lineup match the M1 iMac lineup and have all the same colors on the back and then the white bezels on the front. Woo! That, in and of itself, could be enough to get me to upgrade. Or on the Pro side, if we had like a golden, kind of a bronze orange color, that would be really nice too. And for the first time ever, I might actually finally get a non-white iPhone. I've always had a white iPhone. 3GS, 4S, 8 Plus. 8 Plus was kind of a gray silvery color. 12 Pro, make colors happen, please, and bring back white bezels. Any one of those features could be enough to sway me, but if we got all 5, oh man, that might be just a guaranteed bank breaker right there. Just to recap, I want that USB-C. It's been 10 years, it's time to upgrade. I want better cameras, specifically more megapixels, more frame rates, and more zoom. And I want those colors. Bring back those colors. Let's have some synergy with your other Apple products and match the iMac. That's my list. What do you guys think? What are some things that you're looking forward to? Well, all right, let's go watch that Apple keynote. Thanks for watching. Bye.